Chapter 2: The Law of Non-Negotiable Standards. Most people live their lives based on preferences. They do what they prefer to do. They eat what they prefer, they work when they prefer, and they rest when they prefer. This is the recipe for a mediocre existence. If you want to build a fortress of relentless consistency, you must move beyond preferences and embrace standards. Specifically, non-negotiable standards. These are the rules of your life that remain standing even when the world tries to knock them down. You have a choice. You can have a life of convenience, or you can have a life of character. You cannot have both. Character is built in the moments when you do what is required, not what is convenient. We do not negotiate with our goals. Think about the boundaries in your life. Most people have boundaries that are made of sand. When a friend asks them to go out for drinks instead of going to the gym, the boundary washes away. When they feel a little tired, the boundary disappears. Their goals are merely suggestions they make to themselves. But for the elite, goals are mandates. A non-negotiable standard is a line in the dirt that you refuse to cross. It is the 5 a.m. wake-up call that happens whether you slept 4 hours or 8. It is the workout that happens whether you are traveling or at home. That's the key. Negotiating with yourself is the first step toward failure. Every time you say, "I'll just do it tomorrow," or "one day won't hurt," you are teaching your brain that your word means nothing. You are training yourself to be a liar. And you cannot build a destiny on a foundation of lies. We do not negotiate with our goals. You don't need their permission to set high standards. In fact, people will often try to talk you out of your standards. They will call you extreme. They will call you obsessed. They will tell you to relax and live a little. Ignore them. Their desire for you to relax is actually a desire for them to feel better about their own lack of discipline. Your standards are not for them, they are for you. They are the walls of your fortress. It's not about being rigid, it's about being reliable. Look at the world of elite performance. An airplane pilot doesn't negotiate with the pre-flight checklist. They don't say, "I'm in a hurry today, so I'll skip checking the fuel." They follow the standard because the standard ensures survival. Your life is no different. If you want your dreams to survive, you must have a checklist of non-negotiable actions that you perform every single day without fail. That's the key. When you remove the option to negotiate, you remove the stress of decision-making. If waking up at 5 a.m. is a non-negotiable standard, you don't have to argue with yourself when the alarm goes off. You don't have to look at the weather. You don't have to check how you feel. You just get up. The decision was made weeks ago. You are simply executing the order. We do not negotiate with our goals. You have a choice every time a temptation arises. You can listen to the voice of compromise, or you can listen to the voice of the standard. Compromise feels good in the moment, but it leaves a bitter taste of regret. The standard feels heavy in the moment, but it leaves the sweet taste of pride. It's not about the magnitude of the task, it's about the sanctity of the standard. Start small, but be absolute. If you decide to read 10 pages of a book every night, do it if the house is on fire. Do it if you have a fever. Do it if you are on vacation. By never breaking that small standard, you are building the integrity muscle. You are proving to your subconscious that when you say something is going to happen, it happens. This is how a weak mind becomes a fortress. It starts with one non-negotiable rule that you refuse to break. We do not negotiate with our goals. Most people are negotiators. They negotiate with their diet. They negotiate with their bank account. They negotiate with their potential. And as a result, they live a life of halfway. They are halfway fit, halfway successful, and halfway happy. You are not a negotiator. You are a commander. A commander issues an order, and the order is carried out. That's the key to building unbreakable mental toughness. It is the refusal to accept excuses from yourself. It is the realization that, "one time," is the most dangerous phrase in the human language. One time leads to 2 times. 2 times leads to a habit. A habit leads to a lifestyle. Protect your standards with your life. It's not about the day you feel strong, it's about the day you feel weak. Anyone can keep their standards when they feel good. The elite keep their standards when they feel like garbage. That is the only time it actually counts. We do not negotiate with our goals. You don't need their permission to be obsessed with your standards. You don't need the world to understand why you do what you do. Your destiny is not a group project. It is a solo mission. Your standards are the fuel for that mission. If you lower your standards to fit in with the crowd, you will end up where the crowd is, stuck, broke, and complaining. Keep your standards high. Keep your circle tight. Keep your word to yourself. You have a choice. You can be a slave to your whims, or you can be a master through your mandates. The law of non-negotiable standards is the constitution of your new life. Read it, live it, enforce it. We do not negotiate with our goals. You have successfully defined your boundaries. You have realized that compromise is the poison of the soul. You are ready to stop being a negotiator and start being a man of absolute standards. You mastered the law of standards. Now, let's talk about why the world is trying to make you soft, and why you must fight back.